Over this past Christmas break, I have spent most of that time creating the carriage for my full-scale Carronade. The full-scale Carronade, at least this version, is the overall length of the barrel is 40 inches, but the actual bore length is about 33 inches. It features a 2.5-inch bore diameter and weighs about 300 pounds. I always put some kind of scale in the foreground, so you can see my little can of soda there. Gives you some idea of how big this thing really is. And like I said, it weighs about 300 pounds. The carriage was completely made out of oak, and I think it was hickory pallets that were used in some stonework hardscape this past year at my home. So after extracting the nails and planing it down, I re-laminated the wood back together again and ended up with some 3x3 pieces of wood that I laminated again 1, 2, 3, 4 together. So this is a huge project in lamination, but overall I think the carriage is looking pretty good. It is not complete yet. I've got a number of little things that have to be done. There's a trunnion cap that goes on top, and the caps that I bought, the diameter isn't quite right, so I need to machine that radius out just a little bit. There's a whole latch system for this this cover, and that hasn't been done. There is a hitch that I need to put in the front so that I can pull this up onto my truck. And then of course the traditional loops that are on each side that usually end up holding, that are used to pull the cannon forward into the gunship, right to the face of the side of the boat. Those have not been installed either. Now, for a ship, the cannon pretty much rolls straight, back and forth. But since I'm going to be dragging this thing around, I came up with a different type of carriage system. It's a little pivot system right here, and this is used for my smaller half scale 1841 6-pounder, and this one's a little tighter because winter has made things a little, the wood sucked up a little bit of moisture. But anyway, this is what I made this past July, and unfortunately I couldn't just take that unit and scale it up because they are completely different models of cannons. So I had to change a lot of geometry to make it right. And of course I had to machine the washers that are on the outside and on the inside here. It's been just a big creation project. So for a little while I was concerned about the fact that this might be really hard to turn, but even though I'm on I guess you could say carpet, but this is a moving pad, but it pivots just nice, and it is 360 pounds now, and it is capable of rolling. But I think I'm going to have to put some pins. I'm going to have to pin right here and here that can be easy to remove, but I don't want that coming out while I'm pulling on this heavy cannon. So I need a little more assurance that it's going to stay put. So, and then of course, one of the more important things that I have to build, since the Carronade, really, this type of carriage wasn't really used for the Carronade. It had a completely different type of carriage. In fact, it wasn't a carriage at all. It was pretty much a stationary device on the ship. I'm going to put a plate underneath, and then of course there's an elevation wedge that you push in and pull out that changes the elevation of the barrel. We have had a lot of inclement weather, and I wanted to make sure that while the weather was good, I can get the stain and varnish on this unit, and then I could work on the elevation system after it's already been assembled. So there we go. This is I'm pretty excited. Probably another week yet. I've still got to make the loading and unloading and cleaning pieces that go into the barrel yet.